If it's too good to be true, it's a scam.
I am the princess. Broke boy, Gucci wallet with no change, broke boy. Still living with your mama, broke boy.
This is the end of your rotten life, you mother.
What's good, my G? It's your girl ThugDrina, the highest under God. I know, long time no see. Sorry. Life has just been lifing, and it's the end of the summer. This is the last week of summer. Hopefully I can get this posted by sometime during this week, but sorry, I got a cat. He's so annoying. I don't want him in here because he's bothering the course, but I might have to let him in. Hold on. Come on, Coffee. Say hey, buddy. You're annoying. Yeah, life has just been a lot, and so I wanted to do a video all summer. I've been wanting to record, but so much time is just like imaginary. It's not real. It's not real because it's like flying. So I'm like, you know what? Let me get my house in order, my new apartment. Hopefully I have that video up soon. And let me get a little video. Let me record a little video. Stop biting me. What's your problem? Let me record a little video, whatever, for the people. Because I've been seeing like the comments and stuff come through, and I'm just like, well, dang, I just kind of just left my YouTube hanging. But if y'all really want to know what's been going on, comment down below and I'll give a life update. But I'm not going to update on y'all. I'm not going to update y'all on my life when y'all not really worried about it. Business. So anyways, I just thought I'd record a little story time because y'all you like my weird ass story times. But I got a couple, and best believe all 100% factual. Okay, facts. As you can tell by the title, Scamiana. This is a scammer story, okay? Being from Miami, I never thought it'd be me. I'm the city girl, you know what I mean? I ain't never scammed nobody. I'll never plan to scam anybody, but I just never thought that I just knew I would not be scammed in my life. Like, I'm a thug. I could see a scam from a mile away, so I just knew it couldn't be me. But
wouldn't let that shit happen to me though.
But you know what? I was in a very vulnerable spot. So let's get into the story. So this was around the end of 2019, and let me tell you, I was in a very vulnerable spot because I was interning that whole fall semester, getting ready to graduate in December. I had quit my job in September because, I mean, interning is basically a full-time job with no pay, at least for teaching or whatever. I think some other internships you can get paid, but not for teaching. It's already, we don't get paid enough. Y'all don't even want to give us sprinkle a little dollar here in the internship. No, I was doing full-on teaching for a whole semester, no pay. So boom, I had to quit Best Buy. RIP Best Buy, threw that name tag away. And I was like, you know what, it's all good. I'm gonna just Lyft after teaching. I'm gonna Lyft in Uber, and I'm gonna make money, and I'm gonna just pay my rent and, you know, whatever, doing that, because it's more of a schedule that I can create on my own. It was working out. I was making a good little money on there when I wasn't lazy or exhausted from teaching all day. And I had moved out from living with my ex, and I was living with some people that I did not know. I think I had some videos in that house that I was staying in that I did not know them people, and I was just so depressed. I was lifting one night, lifting and Ubering, same thing, I'm gonna just say lifting because I picked this person up on Lyft. And I'm just lifting, and I'm like, all right, it's time to call it a night. It was kind of late, it was like a Friday, so it was like, everybody was going out, everybody was cussing right, and I was like really exhausted. So I was like, all right, it's time to be done with this. And as soon as I was about to log off the app, a request came in, and I didn't want to mess up my acceptance rate. Acceptance rate is basically like how many rides you accept, and if you don't accept a lot of rides, you won't get a lot of ride requests. So I wasn't trying to mess up my acceptance rate. So I just clicked on it, and I was like, this is gonna be my last ride, and I clicked the option for this to be my last ride. I wish I would have never did it. I wish I would have sacrificed that acceptance rate because anyways, so I picked this person up. It's this dude. He is drunk or whatever. But he in the car and we just like struck up a conversation. I wasn't even like, I legit was like in some casual where I had my little fro out. I wasn't really giving what was supposed to be gave as the Lyft driver. I was giving Lyft driver, okay? Not trying to impress nobody, you know? Regular degular. So you get in, we struck up a conversation. I don't really talk to my passengers that much unless they talk to me. So he started talking to me, so I was like, okay. And he was like, really pretty. He was complimenting me. He was saying he wanna take me out, blah, 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 blah. I hate that. Because if I wouldn't like been a little bit interested, just a smidge, I would have been very uncomfortable. And I low-key was a little bit uncomfortable because I'm like I hate when people do that. Like I'm on my job or I'm doing a service and you try to like flirt and stuff. Like it just puts you in an awkward situation. Like, dang, now I gotta be nice because who's to tell what you're gonna do up in my car if I, you know, shut you down? People be crazy. Okay, so we talking whatever. He seems like a cool guy. He a little bit drunk. He's like going from one club to another. So I'm taking him to the next club. Oh, this is what he said. Oh, are you finna be driving any longer? I was like, not really. I'm not feeling it. I'm kind of ready to go home, but I might do a couple more rides. That's what I said. I was lying. Okay, I was lying. I was finna book it back to the house. It almost right around the corner too. But he was like, oh, well, you should come out. I'm like, I'm okay. He was like, no, you should come out. I'm gonna get you drinks. I'll pay you whatever you think you'll make for the rest of the night. I was like, He had a lot of confidence. That's what it was. And he was like dressed nice, was smelling good. He was a little bit chubby. I ain't gonna get on that. But it's not really my go-to type, you know, kind of chubby. But his confidence was just like filling my car. So I was kind of feeling it a little bit. So he was like, he'll take me out, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I'm wearing this. Like, he was trying to get me to go inside the little hookah lounge thing that he was going in right out the car. Like, it closed this app down. Come in here. We're going to get drinks on like hookah. I'm going to get you whatever you want. It's giving... I got money energy, but clearly I don't know what money energy is because I miscalculated anyways. I'm like, I don't really look like I need to be up in there. Like, I'm really dressed down. I have on slides, like, blah, blah, blah. He's like, okay, well, go home, put on something, and come back. I'm like, all right, I guess. I was going to be done anyway. So I was like, oh, you know, get a little bit of money, get a little bit of drink, smoke a little hookah, you know, enjoy my night, and then go to sleep because the next day was Saturday. So I'm like, it's not really a big deal. So boom, I go around the corner because I literally was not far from the house. I went to the house, got dressed. I actually sat down for a little bit because I'm like, I ain't trying to rush back to him. Like, who is he telling me to go get dressed and come in? Like, So I took my time, and then I came back or whatever. So we was in the hookah lounge, vibing. He indeed bought me drinks. He indeed got me a hookah in a little section. Really was getting me whatever I wanted. So I'm like, okay. And he's like steady talking to me, bigging me up or whatever, confident, da 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 da. And he was like, you shouldn't be lifting. You shouldn't be doing none of that. Like, you too pretty for that. You need to focus on school, focus on graduating. I got you. I put a little something in your pocket. I help you make a little money or whatever. Red flag, sis. When a dude start bigging you up like, I can help you get some money. I can help you get some money. You want to make some money? Damn! Don't do it. Don't believe the hype. Don't fall for the tricks. Just K ass on, okay? So it was time to go home, and I took him to his house. Nothing crazy happened at night. Like, it was just chill. So I dropped him off, went home. We were talking or whatever, and he wanted to go out again. So like, this is like maybe like a couple days later. I don't really remember the timeline. It's 2021. This was in 2019. Like, my memory I can't even remember what I did yesterday. Fast forward, we go out, and then I ended up back at his house. Bruh, I'm so traumatized with Tallahassee parking. Like, even when I go outside of Tallahassee, I just be like, oh my God, my car, where's my car? Because I have been told so many times. So guess what? I went up in his house, we was chilling, we was vibing. He told me to park in that spot. I ended up falling asleep over there. And wake up, and my car is gone. Like, I have gotten my car towed so many times. The last time I got my car towed, they're like, oh, what's your name? They put in the first 3 letters of my name, and all my information came up. She was like, oh, I got it. I'm like, can y'all stop? I went back in there. I was like, oh. He towed my car. He was like, it's all good. Gave me some money. Called me an Uber. Sent me on my merry way down to the tow people. I paid it, and I was on my way. Like, I was like, okay. So we done been out, we done been drinking, we done been smoking, we done did this and that. I'm like, this is a cool person. I'm like, he's cool people. We could be cool. We friends, but if it go anything other than that, cool. Okay, so what time we hung out again, and he started asking me about like who my phone carrier was. I'm like, Sprint, blah 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 blah. He's like, oh, you want to make some money? I'm like, if it's legal, like, sure. I specifically said if it's legal, because I just felt funny about him. Like, if you ever feel funny about somebody, follow your intuition, baby. Follow it, because it's God trying to tell you, girl, he trying to scam you. I'm like, yeah, I got Sprint, blah, blah. He's trying to like do something on my account. He's asking me for my little pin thing, because you have to get a pin to get into your account. First, I gave him the wrong pin, and I was like trying to like kind of move out of the situation. He's like, oh, it's not working. So I'm like, I don't know, like, that's my pin. So I gave him the right one time. I was like, try this one, and it still didn't work, but it was the right one. He was trying to run a scam on my dang on phone line. Okay, he was trying to buy phones and ship them overseas. It didn't work though. So he was like kind of annoyed, but he was like, it's cool, whatever, it's all good. Boom. One night I'm out lifting again, and I'm in my groove. I'm having a good day. Like, I'm getting money. I'm making a lot of money. And then he calls me. You want to make $200 real quick? I'm like, sure, but I'm driving. Like, I'm gonna have to be over there in a little while. Like, okay, come in 10 minutes. Come pick me up. You gonna make like a quick little $200. Like, it's nothing crazy. All I need is your phone. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna come over there once I'm done with this ride. I finished the ride. I'm like, Lord Jesus, please don't let it be nothing stupid. I go pick him up. He's like, oh, all I need is your phone. It's nothing crazy. Do you have Apple Pay? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh, okay, it's all good. I'm like, yeah. Okay, so we go to this house, in this sketchy apartment complex. So I'm already like, okay. He asked me if I wanted to go in the house because he was gonna take my phone. Did I want to go in the house with him? I was like, no, I don't want to go in this. It looked like a trap house in an apartment complex. I'm like, no, not really. I just stay in my car, because he told me like, oh, it's only gonna be like 10-15 minutes. It ain't even gonna be a long time. I was sitting in my car for like 30 minutes. Nothing. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give it another 15 minutes. Nothing. Okay, now I'm sitting in my car for an hour. No word, no phone, just listening to music. Do you know how bored I was in that damn car? I was so bored. I I got out my car. I was like, let me go up to the door. I knocked on the door. The door opened. He's like, oh, what's up? It's like 5 dudes in there on the couch. Him, and they just like, I didn't even, wasn't trying to look. I was like, can I have my phone? He was like, oh, it's only going to be like, give it like 15 more minutes. I promise. It's not going to be that long. Okay. Go back out to my car like a dummy. Okay, like a dummy. 15 minutes passed. 30 minutes passed. I'm getting like so frustrated because I'm like, I could be making money right now. I could be legit making money, and I don't know what this fool is doing with my phone. I had my watch on though. All of a sudden, I start getting like notifications on my phone about my Apple Pay spending money or something like that. And this is what he got me. He had me log out of my Apple account. So I'm like, okay, well, there's no way he could get into my cards, my Apple Pay, but the Apple Pay itself has its own card, its own balance where you can send and receive money. I was getting like notifications that money was coming in and out of my account on my Apple Pay. And I'm just like, oh my God, what the fuck is going on? I'm like kind of panicking low key. And then he just comes to my side of the window. He's looking like kind of frustrated or whatever. He hands me my phone. He's like, all right, I'm gonna see you later. And he just walks away. I was so annoyed with the whole thing and so frustrated that I just was happy to get my phone. I just left. I was like, I knew I should have came over here. Didn't say, oh, here's the money. Oh, I'm gonna hit you up about the money. Blah blah blah. Nothing. Just was like, all right, here, I'm hit you up later. Whatever. So I'm like, so I just sat here for an hour and a half for nothing. What's going on? So I'm like, you know what? Check my Apple account and I see a bunch of transactions like $1,000, $900, $600, like just from some account, just in and out of my account, in and out of my account, coming in and then being sent elsewhere, coming in and being sent elsewhere. I'm like, what the hell is? Oh my God! Please God, don't let nothing happen to my account. So I don't even add my cards back or nothing. I'm like, okay, well, you ain't lose nothing but time, really. This is just annoying, it's an inconvenience, but you ain't lose nothing but time. Don't you know not to do this no more with this dude. Like, I'm not finna play with you no more. A couple days later, he hit me up like a day or so later, like, oh, I'm gonna get that money to you, don't worry about it. I think he called me or something, and I was like, okay, sure, whatever. Like, I really didn't care. Like, I was over him. The whole situation, I was just over it. Till like a week or two later, my Apple Pay account is in the negative for $1,000-something. And I'm just like, what? I called Apple, I let them know what happened. I'm like, I don't know what this person did, but I just let him borrow my phone. He asked me for my phone. He needed to use my Apple Pay because his was messed up. I don't know what's going on, but like, what the heck? Like, I actually use Apple Pay. Like, I actually use Apple Pay to send and receive money all the time with my family, with my friends. Like, Zelle and Cash App, sure, whatever. But Apple Pay was like so easy for me because you could do it right through text messaging. Bruh, I just was so panicked. I'm like, I text him, I'm like, bro, why would you do that on my phone? Da, 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 da. I'm gonna see if I still got the text messages. I messaged him, I said, you effed up my Apple Pay just as I thought. My dumb ass for even dealing with your scamming ass. He said, actually, this is what he said to me. This dude is so good at gaslighting, it was ridiculous. He said, actually, that's super rude. You didn't call me, and I still want to help you since I'm gonna keep my word. I said, super rude, laughing my ass off, and then I blocked him. When he called me, I was over it. I was cussing him out. I ain't gonna lie. When he called me, that's what he was referring to. I called you. When I called him, he was trying to tell me that when they were doing the whole transactions, something was wrong with the account and he had to send it to this other girl, and then the girl didn't want to send him back the money and all this yada yada yada. So he tried to claim that he basically didn't make no money from whatever they were doing. I don't know what to believe. I just know I was down bad. I was cussing his ass out because I'm like, bruh, like, what's wrong with my Apple Pay account and you ain't even give me no money? Like, I'm like, I went off, but I was just like, please do not ever contact me ever again in your life. Like, and I haven't seen him since then. So Ron, wherever you are out in these Tallahassee streets, I hope you get hit by a bus. And that's just down on that. And I don't take it back. The tongue is powerful. I hope it's powerful enough for a 32, 17, 22, whoever to hit your wobbly ass and see you cascading down the street. God forgive me, you know, but that's how I feel. Cause like, he was grimy on some other things also, but I don't want to get into that. That's a story for another day. But on the scamming tip, definitely got me. To this day, I'm kind of scared. I don't even want to set it up, but I want y'all to see, like, my account is still in negative by hundreds of dollars. Yeah. And I can still see, like, all of the money that he stole from somebody's account. And yeah, they surely snatched they surely snatched it right back out of my account. So, you know, whatever. And that's with a couple of transactions or whatever, but I was just like, I talked to Apple and I talked to someone who was like very helpful, and then they sent me up the ladder to the next step, and then that person was like, call the police, have a nice day, bye. Like, I was just like, what? I guess they're so used to dealing with fraud, scamming people, but I literally was the one that was scammed. I was scammed. They was like, girl, call the police. And yeah, that's the end of that. I blocked him, never talked to him again, never seen him again, and I'm very grateful for it. I just learned my lesson. If he's telling you he can help you make money and not give you money, okay? If he's telling you, oh, what kind of bank account you got? Can I borrow your phone? Oh, what phone carrier do you have? Open up an account for me. None of that, okay? None of that. You say no thank you. No thank you. Because baby, you are not gonna get no scammer money. You are not gonna get the scammer money. You are being scammed. You are being scammed. Don't do it. Don't do it. Gracefully decline. That's what I should have did. But it's a lesson learned, you know. We all have to learn these lessons.
Learn something from this.
I was just, I guess, desperate at the time because I was broke. I was legit broke. I was only making enough money to pay rent. I was down bad on my car note, down bad on my insurance. I was just down bad. It was a bad time. So I know that if I probably wouldn't have been in that sensitive spot, then I probably would have been more aware and more like vigilant about not letting this nigga scam me. And I didn't let him scam me, but not being scammed, not being hoodwinked. But you know, it just is what it is. I took that L and I kept it moving. And you know, one day it'll get resolved and I'll be able to use my Apple Pay account. Maybe not. I hope he in jail though. Ryan, I hope you're in jail scamming. Okay? Anyways, if you have ever been scammed, tell me what a dude done did to scam you, or a girl, because these girls be out here scamming too, okay? Let me know how you done been caught up in scamming y'all, and how they done got you, girl, so I could really not feel like the only one. If it's too good to be true, it's a scam. It's a scam, okay? It's a scam. Run. Trust me, there's more story times to come because, baby, they ain't no good. They ain't no good. Anyways, until next time, it's been your girl, ThugDrina, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.